All right. Well, we lost 19, 19, and 21. 21, maybe 22. Well, it was pretty close in a few of the sets. Up until about 17, 18, it felt like we were sticking around, but they were a great jump serving team from the service line, and they might have missed like a few times on the first serve, but it seemed like most of the time every jump server got back there for at least 3 or 4, and they just ripped us from the service line, and they just play a lot more volleyball. One guy's going to Stanford. Alex Rotman is Will Rotman's little brother. Who's Will Rotman's at Stanford also, and they're big kids and they play a lot of volleyball and they're good and it shows. And their setter is really consistent and pretty deceptive, and he spreads it around really well. He doesn't just ride the big gun. And their opposite's decent, and their other outside is good enough. He made a hitting error too, but he also parked a few. Yeah, it is what it is. I guess they're ranked number 5 in Division 1. And for us to get as many points and played some pretty good defense too, but yeah, the serving just exposed us, and that's over. And we went 2-2 in league. No, that's not true. We're only 1-2 right now because we haven't played Cabrillo yet. And we play them Thursday, and we beat San Ynez and we lost to San Marcos. So you know what? We could beat San Marcos and tie for second place. We could split with them, and I don't think they're gonna beat Santa Barbara either. They haven't yet. They lost to them without Rotman over the weekend at our tournament. So with Rotman, I just don't see it. So yeah, the nice thing is we can still compete for second place, and we get a better draw. And we're in Division 3, and they're in Division 1-2, the other two teams. But honestly, doesn't seem like this group really cares that much about like playoffs and hanging a banner. Maybe Grant, but the other ones are just a little too inexperienced and just I don't know, not ready for the long haul, not ready for the competitiveness, and we just didn't hit the floor either. We hit the floor like hardly any times. Yeah, and outside hitters that don't hit the floor, and setter / outside. I don't know if it's right for him to be outside this year, but we're gonna need him outside next year. So it's the right move for next year, and it's the right move to do it right now, and get him those reps for, I guess, for playoffs. And you know what? It is the right move. I mean, Troy would be a better outside because he's going to hit more balls, but also he just doesn't want to do it, and he feels more comfortable setting and hitting there. And now we're forcing our guy to figure it out, and I mean, hopefully both guys will. And I've got both these outsides will be returning next year too, and maybe they'll be closer to a two-headed monster at that time, but we're just not getting the production out of them we need. But it's gonna be good. You know, I think Ewan's only got about 2 matches now playing outside. Just at the tournament and today, and obviously to play Capital Valley, and then your rival Santa Barbara at a new position. There's going to be learning curves, but there just wasn't enough like emphasis on trying to get the ball up, and I really need to work on defensive-minded drills and plays, and we just didn't keep enough balls alive. Santa Barbara's dead. They're a great defensive team too, and you know what? I hope they do win Division I. As much as I don't want to see it happen and believe that they're that good, there's some positive to know that. Excuse me. That your rival is that good, and you're going to battle with them year in and year out, and that must mean if we got 19, 19, and 21, we must not be terrible. We must be doing something right. We're trading blows. We just don't have the commitment to the sport like they do. And so when you do, you get the more consistent output. And it is what it is in that aspect. I just don't have the time to be in the gym all the time. And I guess I need to encourage my guys to play more club. But it's like I've got 4 guys that played club on my varsity team, and only one of them plays. And that guy's now playing a different position than what he was doing in club. So they were just basically on a team with a guy that was rolling the balls out, and they were competing, but they weren't getting really any better with any emphasis. They were just getting better with a little bit of experience. And really that's what the Santa Barbara kids have been doing forever, but they've been getting more coaching earlier on and getting better with experience and confidence, and they also play a whole mess of sand too. Would have been nice, but we weren't in a position to really take. Maybe when it was 18-all in the third set, but we're just seemed to always be going under the net or flubbing balls, or we definitely passed it to the ceiling 3 or 4 times. Didn't really make it out of any of those. So I don't know. We've beat them before, but we know the makeup of those teams and the intensity of those teams was far different, and also they were missing players most of the time. The very first game in 2014, we caught them by surprise and we beat them 3-0. And my team had the right mentality, and they were warriors, and they were just playing so hard and so aggressively. And they tipped a few times too. We just don't tip. We just swing all the time. And we didn't pick up any of they baited us on so many tips and rolls, and I don't think we picked up more than a few of them. We didn't pick up any of them that would have made a difference. We picked up the ones we should have, but didn't lay out for too many. Serve and pass, and attack, and we just swung. We didn't pick no tips up. Anyways, we're still okay. We still got a 500 record. We could either tie for second, take second, or get third if we lose to San Marcos again. Third place we'll still get in, and we will. We're in Division III, and it's essentially Division II, but still, we're not. I don't think we're gonna run into the buzzsaw that we ran into tonight. Not until maybe the third, or who knows? I don't know. Royal us up pretty good. Although, did we win a set? I think we might have won a set against Royal. Could be wrong though. It feels like we just lost in 3. But we did have Ewan that night, and he would have been setting in the Troden. Who knows? Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Be nice to win a banner, but it's a challenging group this year. It's a challenging group that doesn't really have too much confidence in themselves. It's kind of a group, they just want to make sure their friends and family see them, and that's pretty much good enough for them. That is my fault for facilitating a culture where it's not as die-hard as I would like it. I just got to have the nuts to let people know that that's what I want. That's what I want them to want too. Because once again, it feels like I'll probably be the only one going home being upset about this. But I don't think they're going to wear it too hard. A lot of them are just bailing for spring break and stuff anyway, so yeah, we need to beat Cabrillo. We need to beat Cabrillo. I need to make sure we beat San Ynez again, then Cabrillo again. And then picture day tomorrow. And they're gonna take pictures and come back for practice at 6:30, but I'm foreseeing a lot of people bailing on practice. And that is a big problem with this group, is they don't really care. They do a fairly good job pretending to care, but a lot of people are just like, I gotta work, or I got to do something else, and they're missing out that practice is the time where you could have a ton of fun, because you're gonna get to play, and it's the time where things are gonna click. But to ask yourself to pull the ripcord and do everything expected of you in a match, just magically, it's a lot to ask of yourself. And teenage boys have this fascination with being able to just flick a switch, like the Mickey Mantle gene, and I've not seen too many do it, really. Grant is hovering around that area. I mean, he stepped on the court like not even 24 hours after he lost like a state basketball game, and he was making plays because he just wants to compete that hard. But yeah, we could use a few more like that. So anyways, I'm headed back to work. Still gotta work. I'm contemplating whether I'm gonna get some food or not, or eat pizza that I brought left over from the tournament. Freaking pizzaed out though, man. But also, I'm supposed to be trying to save some money. But also, pretty hungry, bro. I do not know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Taco smell sounds kind of good. The fastest thing would just be to go eat that pizza. Kind of over the Costco pizza now. See what I do. Oh, indeed. There's so much construction going on everywhere. And also all the high energy and fired upness I had thought I could bring, I just took a total energy dump, and like I didn't. And I don't have that. I don't have, like, it would be one thing if I was there by myself, but I've got like 4 assistant coaches, and I'm just feeling like my words are falling on deaf ears, and we're all just kind of tripping over each other, kind of saying the same thing, and gets probably overwhelming for my team. But like I said, it's also it's a special situation where, you know, these kids are only going to go through high school volleyball one time, and their dads are only going to have the opportunity one time. And so I would love if someone would afford me the opportunity to coach my children in a situation like this too. So it's got to be the time of their lives to do this, and so I can't stand in the way of that. And they're helping so much. They're better coaches than me with a ton of more experience. So we just got to find the right combination of things that we're all saying and doing. And you know what? It's not for loss of help at practice. It's just too bad nobody comes to practice. Alright, well, I'm going to get some Taco Bell. Probably shouldn't, but oh well.